Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. So I finally found my Daphne's Diary glue book and I thought I'd do a couple of pages in here with you. Now for anyone who's just joined my channel, I will explain that I was inspired by Nina Ribena, and who I'll link down below, to make a Daphne's Diary glue book. I know both of them do a sort of like Daphne Diary glue book thing, and a lot of people make journals and that with them as well. So I have managed to get about a box full of Daphne's diaries. The majority of those have been from the secondhand stores, so I've been very lucky with that. I have purchased one or two. When I saw that everyone was buying them and how great they were, I did buy one or two. But they're not the type of thing that I enjoy reading, and there's not much in there that's useful for me otherwise. So I don't tend to buy them new. So if I ever find them in secondhand shops, I grab them. So they've been sitting around because, as most of us know, we're not meant to use the bits of them in things that we're going to sell. So you use them for personal use or if you're going to give things away. So they have just been hanging around because I don't want to confuse the bits in journals that I'm selling and that. So when I saw Nina Ribena especially making a journal with them, but she tended to just glue a lot of stuff in them out of the magazine and that. And I thought that just looked like so much fun and a great way to use up these magazines that I have sitting around. So I started harvesting them, and it was the more boring pages that I used to make the book with as background pages. And then I go through and cut out probably the more boring bits and pieces to stick in here as well, because there are some beautiful pages that I can't bear to cut up much, and I might like to use for personal journals and giveaways and that in the future. So all the really cool big full pages I've put aside to use, and themed ones that I might like to put in journals. And then all the little bits and pieces I go through and harvest here and there. And I have a box here. I have this container that's just full of smaller containers that have little bits of like patterned pieces and just little bits that I can use in collaging, words, that sort of thing, animals. And I just go through that every now and again and find a page to put things on and have fun gluing them down. I just find it a lot of fun. It's very bright and pretty, so it always puts me in a good mood. And yes, I like to just get it every now and again and give it a go. So this is the journal that I made to do this with, or glue book, I should say. I do have a playlist on my Daphne's Diary glue book, which I'll link down below, and I'll also link the video where I made this in case you'd like to know how I did it. It's got two signatures and they are put in with elastic, and the elastic is quite loose, so I can remove pages very easily if I want to stick things on them to make it a bit easier. And when I've finished it one day in the far, far future, I might tighten up the elastic then, or even sew the signatures into the spine. So we will see. So we'll find the page we want to do. So I have done a number of pages in here. I am not the best at collaging and that. I just have fun with it. It's something I really love when I see the work of other people. I'm still a real beginner when it comes to it myself. But yeah, I just really have fun doing it. So I love this page as it is, so I don't know if I'll do much more. Also, with a lot of my collages, they don't stand out a lot because I tend not to ink much or anything. I just sort of want to glue things down. But I might go back through here one day when I'm in the mood and do some highlighting with some pens and crayons and that sort of thing, just to make certain pieces stand out a bit more. So I do want to start with this page today. I think I absolutely love this, so it's hard to cover it up much, but I will remove it to make it easier. Put my book to the side. So as I'm cutting out bits and pieces, I find I might find a bit and go, yeah, that'll go really nice on that page. So I'll just paper clip it to the page until I've got enough bits and pieces to make the page, and then I come on and do it. So what I will do, I think, is stop talking. It's always a bonus. And put some music on, speed it up so it doesn't take too long, and we'll get on with this page, and then I've got another page further on that I'd like to do with you guys too. So I will see you at the end of it. Okay, so that was a bit of fun, and not did I ever tell you how much I hate stick glue? Get it all over your fingers and then you're trying to press stuff down and it's lifting up, and yeah. And then I know how I want things, and then when I put them down they don't look right, and you know, you've got to move them around and I can't get them where I want them. But anyway, this is the first page I did, so it's really simple, but I love it because the background's so beautiful. You don't want to cover that all up. And it's got the wise owls. So I think they came on a page where an artist makes these owls out of fabric bits and that. They're absolutely gorgeous. So I just used a couple of those, and I found this. I decided to put that down. That's what I love about glue booking. You know, there doesn't have to be any rhyme or reason. You just stick stuff wherever you like it. So the only thing I'm finding is it's quite busy on all the pages. So I think I will probably make more of these style of glue books to use up my Daphne's diaries and the magazines I get that have the sort of matte papers like Breathe and Flow. I think I've got a few pages from them in here as well. But what I might do is put writing pages in between that are a bit plainer, and that way it will sort of highlight the collage page and it won't be so all over busy. I think I'll find that a bit nicer. But yes, I've got that one. Take my paper clip away now. So as you can see, I've been collecting for some of the other pages. So it's a challenge really too to find bits that go nicely on the background paper that I have in here already, or I just cover it over with scraps and that I find in the magazines. So I really love this one. This is probably my favourite collage that I've done in this book so far. But I like the industrial look of this light over here, so I thought I'd use that and some of the other bits I had left over. Like this stool fits with it quite nicely. But this paper stack that I found on some other page fits perfectly under this clamp that the stool's made out of. So I thought I would stick that there just for a bit of fun. Don't really need the word stool there, but I like it. So, yeah. So that's the other page we did. So really easy, but heaps and heaps of fun. So I highly recommend if you have... You could do it with any sort of magazine or book, really. But as I said, if you have these magazines that have the matte pages and that, it's a good way to use up some of the more boring pages that might just have little bits like this that you can cut out and use. All the bits that you can't find uses for in your journals. So as you can see, I've just clipped some bits that I think go nicely on the page, and then I'll decide whether I want to put other bits on here or just leave them as is. I think these are cool just as is. You can make a journal, just put bits like this on there and then have the rest of the page for writing on. But yes, I'm sort of using this just purely as a collage journal glue book thing. So all right, so I hope you enjoyed that and it inspired you a bit to create something like this yourself. Said the link will be below for the playlist to all my pages that I have filmed so far, and there'll be a link to how I made the cover especially. I show the making of that and how I put this book together. Take care, be good, and I will see you again soon. Bye.